foot to the floor as we go racing in Austria. Looks like a good start from Nannini and Sargent, pretty equal going into turn one. Nannini's going to have the inside line though. We've got a staller at the back. Nannini holding on through that first corner, takes the lead from Logan Sargent. Victor Martins there, looks like a bit of a slow getaway as well. We've got one of the Alpine cars going through there. Ollie Caldwell though with a great start as well, up to third.
Yeah, as we come up to turn three, they're 3, 4, 5 abreast. Who's going to be the latest of the breakers? As Nannini managed to hold the lead, Victor Martins has dropped right down.
They all make their way fairly safely through there. Nannini, though, has made a great start from second, out in the lead ahead of Logan Sargent, though, who's going to try and come back at him. Ollie Caldwell trying to find a way through. So I think Jack Doohan's found a way through Caldwell. Nannini managing to hold on through 4 ahead of Sargent. No major incidents so far. Nannini able to start to extend and have a little bit of a breather from Sargent as well. We've got the number 5 car as well in third. Now that is Clement Novelak, who's worked his way past Caldwell. Sargent having a little, not able to get it done there. That is car number 17 out wide into the gravel. That is Victor Martins getting it all wrong there, losing a few positions as well.
He's definitely going to have a look now into turn 4. Defends, he goes up the inside. Is he going to not lock a front and make it stick? Nicely done.
Deep on the brakes for Logan Sargent, the highest returning racing driver from last season, currently leads the way. Logan Sargent ahead now of Nannini. Here comes Novelak for third, looking at Nannini in second. Is he going to dive to the inside line? Nannini's going to cover him.
3 wide.
And it looks like Sargent as well has lost out big time there. Sargent losing 2 spots in the space of 1 corner. Nannini back into the lead now. Sargent fighting back though against Novelak. Look out for Ollie Caldwell as well behind. He's watching all this unfold and he thinks, I want a piece of that. But right now Nannini back up to first place, but it's going to be Novelak down the inside into turn 4. We've got a move there. That is Hauger through on Doohan. By the looks of it, so Hauger now up to 5th place doing his championship title. Hopes no harm at all as we get 2 wide. Novelak having a look down the inside of Nannini for the lead. Looks like he's going to be able to get it done. Forces Nannini out wide. Novelak through. Hauger now chasing them down, but Nannini's not going to give up without a fight. Comes back on Novelak. Novelak forced to take avoiding action here, and that's allowing
As we have a Prima
Sargent
in the background.
through. Prima off in the background. Which one is that? Is that going to be? That is Arthur Leclerc, who is tumbling down the timing screens. Leclerc off in the background into the gravel.
Maybe he had contact. Looks like a puncture. So maybe he had contact at a previous corner because he could not get the car stopped, but there was all action going on in front of him.
Sargent having a look now, coming down into the heavy braking zone. Further back, the 2 Primas battling out as well. Caldwell and Hauger. Hauger thinking better off it. Sargent, though, able to get through on Nannini. Sargent hides that inside line, forces Nannini to the outside, but I think he's already ahead of him as they go into the braking zone. He is! Nannini back through for the lead on Sargent. Fantastic racing here in Formula 3. Further back in the pack as well. That looks like Crawford getting through on Schmollier. And look out for Caio Collet as well coming through. Crawford performing very well this weekend as we look back at the front, and Sargent now able to get down the inside of Nannini, squeezes Nannini to the outside of the track. Sargent back through for the lead. Nannini now having to look in his mirrors because Clement Novelak is right up behind him, and don't look too far because Caldwell and Hauger are right up behind. And then we have another battle here, Crawford going toe-to-toe with Jack Doohan. Oh, and look, I think he's just about got through Doohan, having to put a lot of anti-lock there through the corner, coming through on Crawford.
Hauger into turn 1, had got past Crawford, but Crawford's fighting back to the outside up to turn 3 as we're going 3 abreast into turn 3 at the front.
And
they all sort themselves out.
Able to retake the lead here. It is chopping and changing every single lap. Meanwhile, further back in the pack, I think that was Hauger and Caldwell fighting out the 2 teammates here. And Martins through on Doohan as well. Once again, Novelak now down the inside of Logan Sargent, who has fallen down back to 3rd again. And I think we might have seen to the 2 Primas once again having a look down the inside of each other.
Which way does Sargent go to defend? He leaves the door open on the inside. Hauger's up the inside. Needs to concentrate on his braking point. Don't lock up, which he does.
Can still get it turned in though, and that looks like it's not over yet. Hauger just about with a... Oh, actually no, Sargent's coming back at him now. Better traction off the back of that corner, and the battle for the lead in front rages on. Nannini defending from Novelak. Dennis Hauger up into 3rd place, up a stonking 9 positions here. Back up at the front, Nannini takes the defensive line into the heavy braking zone, but I think Novalak might be able to carry a little bit more speed around the outside. Nannini pushing him all the way, but now Novalak takes the lead of this race. One of those cars losing out on a potential win there, but fancies a go at the win, and as I say that, they both collide. Nannini into the back of Novalak. It looks like suspension damage potentially for Novalak. Novalak off Hauger takes the lead ahead of Caldwell. Sargent now up to 3rd. So huge implications for the championship that. Nannini coming around the outside, late on the brakes as he has been all the time. Novalak squeezing him. And unfortunately, Nannini didn't want to bail out of that one, and I didn't think he really had many other options of places to go. And here comes Hauger across the line. He will take the checkered flag and win race 1 here in Austria in Formula 3 ahead of Caldwell. Logan Sargent will take that final podium spot ahead of Victor Martins. Jack Crawford gets 5th position ahead of Kai Colette.
Yes! Oh. Nice one, boys. Nice one.
Dennis Hauger 1 out ahead of his teammate, the Brit Ollie Caldwell. Logan Sargent able to recover after starting on pole to 3rd place, just ahead of Victor Martins. Jack Crawford in 5th place. Kai Colette is 6th ahead of Dewan, up from 12th on the grid to 1st. A stonking 11 positions made, and crucially puts himself in a fantastic position to create himself a huge amount of points throughout the weekend. Race 1, it's been absolutely action-packed. Let's hope we can do it all over again later this afternoon. 5:45 local time for race 2. Join us then. Bye-bye.